going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Friday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news dump. So, of course, the story that everyone was talking about yesterday, the ESPN Seth Wickersham bombshell that Caleb Williams didn't want to go to the Bears. There's a certain team in the NFC North division that he wanted to go to, though, and the Vikings. Shocker. Anyways, Kevin Seifert, ESPN, who's not Carl Gerbschmidt. According to Seth Wickersham's new book, Caleb Williams told his father that he wanted to play for the Vikings after meeting Kevin O'Connell during the 2024 Combine. Blah, 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 blah. After an up and down, blah, 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 blah. At the Combine that year, he met with Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell. The two hit it off, and Caleb Williams began to dream of what it would be like to play for Minnesota. I need to go to the Vikings, he told his father. Let's do it, his father replied, but both Caleb and Carl, his father, knew that a trade to a division rival would be was extremely unlikely. GM Ryan Poles, we're drafting you no matter what. So basically, this is great. So, of course, Monday Night Football will be Caleb Williams against J. McCarthy, the chosen one, out of the suburbs of Chicago. And, of course, I don't know. Like, maybe the Williams saw that, hey, the Bears are a poorly run franchise. It's a place where quarterbacks go to die, and maybe we should just avoided that. And the last year getting sacked 68 times. I know that they racked up and stacked up and tried to build up that offensive line, but it won't matter. All right, so yeah, remember, the Chicago got a Pope before a 4,000-yard passer, as everyone was joking about the other week. So I don't know, it's just it. That's it. I don't know. It's just hilarious to me. And yes, the Vikings have the right guy in J.J. McCarthy, but the Vikings and Kevin O'Connell, like, they're going to become a bastion of misfit quarterbacks. Like, every quarterback that was drafted high and busted, they saw what he did for Sam Darnold. And even in a backup capacity behind J.J. McCarthy, I feel like a bunch of quarterbacks are going to be joining up. So, hey, Caleb Williams, welcome to Death Row. Woo! That's right. Death Row Records. Not like capital punishment. But I can't wait till Williams gets his fifth-year option declined and becomes a free agent, and then Caleb just joins up to be quarterback 2 for J.J. McCarthy in 2028 on the multi-time Super Bowl champion Vikings. It's going to be good, man. Speaking of Caleb Williams' teammate, Jordan Addison. 1 year at USC, good to go. But Addison had a couple posts on the gram and a couple black and white photos, very artsy, very, very demure. But Justin friggin' Jefferson, Addison, as well as Aaron Jones, looking good. But upon closer inspection, that's the back of a boat. That is the back of a yacht, and we don't need that. Vikings fans seeing Jefferson, Addison, and Aaron Jones on a boat, no bueno, because of course we remember. And I remember this went down. Like, I was just in college, and I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe I wasn't invited to this party. That's it. But it's just wild, man. And it speaks to the way that the culture has changed, because the Wilfs had just bought the team from McCombs, and this kind of stuff was not going to be tolerated, right? And I don't know, like, it seems like Vikings nowadays on their bye weeks, like, they volunteer at the soup kitchen or at the children's hospital, which is great, as opposed to, I don't know, like, you don't expect your professional athletes to be Boy Scouts. Like, it's great when they're pillars of the community, but I don't know, just like a story like this from back in the day, it was kind of entertaining, right? And the reason they got dimed out is because they peed on some lady's bushes, or, wait, no, that's not a euphemism. They peed in some lady's yard, and then she called it in, and there's just people were charged. Crazy. But yeah, Fred Smoot, Mo Williams, Bryant McKinney, Dante, getting your roll on. It's good times, man. And also, no one ever talks about this, right? Because I think they tried to do like a mini 30 for 30 or some sort of oral history. Okay, no pun intended. But everyone was just like, nope, not talking about it. So, again, Addison, this would be the trifecta for Addison, right? Just Love Boat 2.0. Nah, ain't going to happen, though. But guys are chilling on the yacht. I love it. It's fantastic. Also, Addison's photos like this. I love Jordan Addison, but there are so many layers. Like, this is so meta. Like, Addison by himself taking a selfie watching college football highlights of himself. There's so much to unpack here. It's crazy, man. Also crazy is that so the Vikings schedule release had a tattoo theme, and the Vikings, in conjunction with Green River Tattoo, they gave away free tattoos. First 50 were free. I just want everyone to have Nas read all up on there. Although Nas was kind of bad. I know Nas is probably going to get $25 million per year, and Nas is great. He's a matchup nightmare on offense. He is a microwave. But his defense is so bad. I mean, let's be honest. Nas Reed's defense is not existent. He is the Ed Donashell of defenders. It's just, but that's how much he's beloved. And that's how much he's become a trope and a meme and just a hallmark of the great state of Minnesota. And that's how good his offense is, to put up with that defense. Anyways, but lined up getting tattoos. So dude's rocking the custom Vikings jersey with Dodger on the back. I wanted so badly for this to be a Mobo jersey, and you have to get Beringer with the O with the umlaut to really make it good. I don't know. Also good. Oh, speaking of tattoos, so I don't have any tattoos. I've always wanted one, but I feel like I'm past the age now where it would make sense. Now, I'm really glad that I didn't just do it like when I was younger. Like barbed wire, like tribal tattoos was a huge thing. What tribe am I in? Huh? Yeah. But my drawback always was, so I always had the money set aside for it, but it's just like, this is permanent. And will I hate it? Right? And also, when I'm like 90 years old with my loose skin and old balls, like what's this? Hey, that old guy has got the tribal tattoo and it's sagging. Hey, that guy has a tattoo of Randy Moss on his ass and it's sagging. Or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some of my kids to like get their initials on my hat or something like that. I don't know. Like the wife has a couple tattoos, and I'm trying to get her to do a face tattoo. Probably not. Anyways, but Donovan Jackson, he's for real. Signing up his rookie deal. No muss, no fuss. Entire rookie class is under contract. Also, I just love how happy Donovan Jackson is. Like on the field, he is a badass, just like butt kicker over and over and over again. But all the videos, all of his interviews, he's just a happy-go-lucky dude. And I feel like that fits in where, I don't know, like, the offensive line isn't too expressive, right? Ryan Kelly, looks like a cop that's on the verge of retirement. He has to solve that one case that he has never been able to solve. Will Fries looks like a goober. Brian O'Neill, Brian O'Neill's the outspoken one. Brian O'Neill's quiet as hell. Same thing with Darrisaw. Like maybe Donovan Jackson will just be the ray of sunshine on that O-line, man. But I'm excited for that offensive line. Also, to be excited. So the Olympics is going to be in LA in 2028, which is just going to be fantastic for traffic. But Schefter, a resolution about whether NFL players can participate in Olympic football will be under consideration at next week's league meetings in Minneapolis. Why would you come here? Actually, now the weather's nice here, although it's going to rain next week. This is the resolution that was sent Wednesday to all NFL teams. Seifert, who's not Carl Gershman, CC, Aaron Jones, Showtime 33, who said last month that he hopes to play on the U.S. flag football team in the 2028 Olympics. Now, he'll be 33, but Aaron Jones will be a great ambassador. And the players have gotten just a smidgen of experience because of the Pro Bowl being turned into a flag football game. But there's kind of a difference between American-style football and flag football. Obviously, no contact, but also like the moves. I feel like there's a lot more to this. Like flag football is a lot more like ultimate frisbee than football, if that makes sense. So I just don't think that you can just plop like a bunch of American football players, a bunch of NFL players in the Olympics, and then just expect to win. Like there's strategery going on there. Plus, quickness is a paramount. So I don't know. We'll see. I would love to see Aaron Jones in the Olympics. That's it. Sorry. Multi-time Super Bowl champion Aaron Jones in the Olympics. That'd be good. Also, this is straight from the people get offended for other people situation. So the NFL had the Colts delete their 2025 release video. And then the Colts released a statement. They said that they reached out to Drew Rosenhaus, Tyreek Hill's agent, and apologized because they had. So they also did a Minecraft thing along with the Chargers. Frankly, I think that the Colts. So the Chargers video was better. I think that the Colts video was funnier. They went hard in the paint, man. Like they held no. Like the Chargers was funny with like little Easter eggs hidden all there. The Colts was just straight up roasting people. The Dolphins week was Tyreek Hill as a Dolphin getting arrested by the Coast Guard, which has so many layers. But of course, it's another situation of like, oh, we're sorry we offended. Whereas Tyreek Hill's like, should have left it up, Colts. This is funny. And I don't know, like it seems like we're in the upside down sometimes. Like Tyreek Hill has obviously had his brushes with the law. But the people who get in trouble are the Colts creative team, who they probably had a third party do this, so they're probably not going to renew that vendor contract. But then they had to pull it down. But of course, it's the internet and everything lives forever. So, but yeah, go check out the Colts video. It's actually pretty funny. Tyreek Hill thought it was funny too. Also, the Vikings play Week 17 hosting the Lions. They are going to be the 3:30 game. So Christmas Day, Cowboys, Commanders, Lions at the Vikings. Sorry, low energy Lions. Probably going to be the Winter Warrior game, as well as Broncos and Chiefs bringing up the rear with the gear. Now, the Christmas Day used to be NBA, right? That was a big deal, but the NFL is just swamping the NBA. And Christmas Day falls on a Thursday this year, so logistically it makes sense. I mean, last year, was it Wednesday? Yeah, so that's obviously very odd for NFL scheduling, but it is what it is. But the NFL found another way to make money, and the Christmas Day game will be here to stay. So basically, I mean, the Vikings schedule is like a beat writer's nightmare. Now, we're obviously not a beat writer. We don't travel with the team for road games, which actually we may be going to Dublin, London. Maybe. We'll see. But this is an absolute dick dragger of a schedule if you're a beat writer. This is such a bad beat. And we alluded to, like, maybe this is why, like Gessling and some of the other beat writers, Collar and whatnot, are just angry. They're just like, this is a tough schedule. Yeah, tough for you. Yeah. But all right, so Bears, Steelers, so on the road Bears, Dublin, London. Yeah, fantastic trip. Be working the whole time, but yeah. Then you got the Chargers. That's a bad beat. Like Minnesota beat writers wanted the Chargers game late November or December. Right, so out in LA, get some In-N-Out burger, get some sunshine as the weather's starting to turn sour here in the great state of Minnesota. And then the road games to close things out. 4 to 5 games on the road, weeks 12 through 16. At Green Bay, whatever. The Appleton Microtel Inn. At Seattle, I like Seattle. But, I mean, November 30th in Seattle, I don't know, man. Cowboys, Arlington actually sucks because it's not in Dallas. It's not in Fort Worth. It's just in the middle. It's in the middle of nowhere, right? And also, Dallas weather, sleet. Sleet, Dallas. Then New Jersey. Again, it's not New York. It's not Manhattan. It's New Jersey. And then you're working on Christmas Day. So, I mean, yeah, if you're a beat writer, this sucks. Also, the lack of noon games. I find your lack of noon games disturbing. That's it, man. Lastly, so speaking of lack of noon games, so NFL Nerd, great follow, by the way. Give them a follow. Number of games in standalone or primetime slots pre-flex. So the Vikings do play, was it 4? Yeah, 4 primetime games, Monday night, Sunday night, early on back-to-back, Thursday night against the Chargers, and then Sunday night against the Cowboys week 15. Now, these are all subject to flex, but and then 3 standalone games, the 2 early window games internationally in Dublin and London, and then, of course, Christmas, you're going to be standing alone in the late afternoon on Christmas Day. So, 7 for the Vikings. And you notice, up at the top, you got the tier 1 teams, or at least the teams that the league and the network thinks that people want to see. So the Cowboys, I kind of understand the Cowboys because you either love them or hate them. Mainly hate. Hate views still count. The Chiefs, Washington, Jane Daniels, their box office, man. I love that. The Lions, whatever. Vikings at 7. Eagles, the alleged Super Bowl champions, also getting 7. The Falcons with Penix Jr., Penix Miter, the Packers. Packers just have this weird national fan base. They do. Dolphins, okay. And then teams like the Bills, people think that the Bears are actually going to be good, but they're not. The Broncos are overrated. The Chargers, because Harbaugh's a weirdo. The Rams, sure. Steelers, national fan base. Also, maybe Aaron Rodgers comes out. As well as the 49ers with, I don't know. The 49ers have just been good as of late. But 0 for the Saints because everyone knows that they're going to be ass. Thank you. 0 for Tennessee, and they're not quite there yet. Carolina, Cleveland got 1. Arizona, Indianapolis, Jacksonville only got 2. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. It's an inverted pyramid in terms of like quality. So there you go. Anyways, that's it. Vikings news dump on this beautiful, wonderful Friday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol, production value.